What is up, everybody? It's your boy Jesse Kids here, and welcome back. Today we'll be discussing some generic topics that I want to cover, and I wanted to cover this for a while because in the process I feel like it needs to be covered because I really did like 2 videos on the same person, the screen beforehand, and on top of that I really wanted to talk about in general like this is the basis of like the clout and whatever, and all of this. It's really in order to explain what is going down, because you usually see stuff that's happening, and there's times I usually don't see how, for whatever it may deliver importancy and whatever. But I say this in general because it's like the original thing that goes on, because of all of this going down in general, because it's way it's ever, but it's like a newest thing. And a lot of times I usually don't talk about these topics unless it is more important, in general, just to get used to the thing. And it's basically like that, because I usually talk about this stuff all the time, and trying to get this video of it edited without using pictures, because I was trying to get this video out anyway. I know this is important process of talking about this is gonna make the video very long, like 12 minutes to 13 minutes long, but I just want to say to get this out the way though. But like, in terms of the thing with the Ronda Rousey rivalry, I think it sets back to Money in the Bank, because you gotta understand this, that not only did Liv won the briefcase, but she entirely cashed in on Ronda and Money in the Bank, which was like a month ago or something like that. And I think that entirely has something to do with this and building towards the feud, because the two are great. The two are great wrestlers. They common ground. I know Ronda is just not counted as wrestler because she's M&A, but the supporting actors of everything goes down deeply. The shame is where the more important he has to do with that entirely, because this is a different generic story, and I don't usually talk about this entirely because it's like the important thing between the difference is a difference maker when it's already spread out. Because I usually say this all the time, according to my fans. I say this all the time with my fans entirely, but it's nothing usual, like, really, because I think it's more than enough with that going on. And I just say all the time, I've been saying this with wrestling, is like ever since I just stopped watching the past, since I started watching it, and then I stopped because of certain stupid things, with the situation with Roman Reigns dropping the title and all this. It's more than that. But I don't usually get into this unless I have to, because it wouldn't be just make sense for me unless I had to do what needs to be done. Because entirely, this is really much worse than it has to be. Because I usually say this as much in this video a lot, and I usually say it again, that Liv is one of the greatest. Like, she's always going to be the GOAT no matter what. I don't care if she has 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 titles in her resume. It's going to count. It's going to count accurate. But I would not try to really underestimate her. But this is a case, because it's a decisive moment, and runs with it. Because she's from New Jersey. You got to understand that. I have family in New Jersey, and all this, but entirely to do with this in general, it's more than it hard than it looks to see. Because a lot of times I usually see that it could be a blowout between certain rules. Like the stipulation, I think that Liv just told the truth, Ronda to the stipulation on SmackDown, which made no difference, because it would not make sense. She just told Ronda to choose a stipulation. And in fact, it could have been just a normal one-on-one or a straight rules or no holds bars. Either way, I don't care of the match how it stipulates. But I'll say, if it's going to be a match where it's going to be just a chance of screwing her over, then there's no point in me doing it. I'm sorry, but I say this a lot and a lot because I don't usually get into this type of stuff now. But yeah, I would say that the match stipulation could have been one-on-one restraining rules entirely. Matter of fact, it could change the course of it. I mean, a lot of times we see in WWE history that it changes enough because you usually don't get used to things like this, but now it does. I mean, we do game plays on like 2K22 on the game just to see if it's a solid change or not. And see, that's going exactly what happened, but it doesn't. It doesn't. So, yeah, but that's more entirely has something to do with that. But yeah, I'm just kind of pulverized and bamboozled by the fact that it turns out to be something like this entirely. But I'm just saying it would not be a good match if it just be some last standing or falls counts anywhere, lost standing, whatever the freaking may be. You know, it doesn't add up very well, and I'm just will be absurd by the fact that it doesn't change me one bit. It just screws it over, I guess, but it doesn't change the fact it screws it over 10 times 10. I will say this, maybe I'll be thinking over our heads a little bit, but I would say entirely nah. I would think we were over our heads on that, but I'm saying it will be odd. It should just take a title change for real, no matter what the reason. I mean, it would have been like a fade out sponsor. So yeah, but yeah, I know this video is like 6 minutes long afterwards because I'm already looking at the video editing and talking, just 6 minutes long. So yeah, but all I'm saying is I really hope they don't do it with a match that it'd be hard and difficult to her performing and end up failing. She screwed over the belt. That's why I do not hope for that. So I hope it does not go like that. So, but yeah, I just want to do a video on this, going in depth of how it was on SmackDown, because it's real odd for just to tell Ronda to speak the stipulation. So really, it's not odd for it to go in depth, the reason why. So yeah, I hope you guys. I don't want to make this video too long, cause going to full depth why I just go into a little bit of depth and to understand why it was like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe it's a little bit much of dodgy to look by the fact, but maybe we see in String Rollers and see what happens in String Rollers. So yeah, but